was a great weekend, obviously highlighted with some awesome team performances both days at Mount Itasca. Our women's team, I would say on Saturday, that was definitely one of the best days we've ever had as a team. We knew it before we even looked at the results. So that was really, really fun, because I think when you see that every single athlete on your team is having a day out on the course and like really throwing down an amazing effort, then you know the results are going to be there. So it was great to see them just really have that intensity during the race, and then be able to see that on the results and transfer over, and for them to check off some of those boxes that they've been hunting down for a couple of years now, with the CCSA win, as well as having all of the women in the top 14. That was a big deal as well. It's definitely challenging dealing with really cold temperatures, and typically we do get a week or two in January in our region that we're going to experience that. So I think the best is just to be as prepared as you possibly can be for that, and realize that that everybody's dealing with that same environment, but that you can help your performance if you try to protect yourself and do the best that you can managing those things, whether it's just layering up, wearing extra clothes during your warm-up, making sure that you're covering up all your skin so that you really prevent any risk of frostbite. A lot of the athletes, they also use cold air exchange masks. So they're like breathing devices that either just fit over your face or you actually ski with them. And that really helps warm the air as you're breathing in, so it protects your respiratory system a little bit more. And then, obviously they're adjusting some little things that they need to do in their pre-race warm-up routine to make sure that they're able to be as prepared as they can during the races. And then sometimes they're even adjusting a little bit their race strategy. Maybe they don't start off quite as hot in an interval start distance race with their pace, and they build into the race a little bit more. And I think we saw that especially on Saturday this last weekend. I would say for both the men and the women, they started off strong and definitely got themselves in the race. But I think where we had our greatest success was being able to really progress through the race in their pacing strategies and throwing down really strong last laps and finishing kilometers. We're a younger team, but we're more so than anything a new team on the men's side this year, with how much turnover we had from last year. But it's pretty invigorating in a lot of ways, because I think one is we're seeing that we have so many athletes that can step up for our team on any given day. This last weekend we had Colin Freed, true freshman from Minnesota, who he had the gutsiest performance of the day on Saturday, getting fourth place, like seconds out of the podium, with one of his best races of the season, and certainly his best collegiate race yet. But it was really cool to see athletes like him, and then Trig Solberg as well. He was actually in second for like the first half of the race on Saturday, and he's as well another first-year student athlete for us. We gave him his split at like 5 kilometers, and he was so surprised by how well he was doing that he actually looked over at me and said, "Whoa," during his race. So that's just fun to have that sort of energy around the team, and they're a really fun group of guys, right? They get along really well together. They keep it light, and they know how to be able to be competitive with each other while also being able to help each other succeed. And I think that's really, really valuable to their personal success and their success as a team. Yeah, it's so awesome to be coming back home to compete this weekend. We've had now a couple of pretty tough race weekends, fun but tough, meaning, Mount Itasca, longer travel, dealing with some cold weather adversity, and then before that, U.S. Cross Country Championships, which is a really, really big trip for us, right? So I think the student athletes are excited to just have a weekend at home where they don't have to travel. They actually can put a little bit more schoolwork in this week, which is also great, focus on being a student, and then, obviously get back on our home turf, right? Because, we're confident that nobody knows how to ski these trails and these courses better than us, and it's just exciting to be able to to come together and celebrate a fun race weekend with our community. We've got obviously some great races with not only our college events happening this weekend, but the GLD CXC Cup, as well as celebrating with hopefully a bunch of alumni that come out and join us for the Alumni and Friends Open races as well.